願いします。ジェリアットアルファ4021オンラインダウン。
Over to runway 27, runway is clear, wind 20 at 7.
Juliet Alpha 4021 runway 27, runway clear.
Morning flight service Juliet Alpha 84 Alpha Yankee ready. We are touchdown the ball right pattern. Approach traffic inside.
84 Alpha Yankee, Roger, hold short of runway.
Hold short of runway 27 Juliet Alpha 84 Alpha.
4 Alpha Yankee, runway 27, line up and wait.
Runway 27 line up and wait Juliet Alpha 84 Alpha.
4 Alpha Yankee, wind 290 at 8, runway 27, runway is clear. Cessna 172 on upper wind leg.
Runway 27 runway is clear. After takeoff join right front.
2330, runway 27, wind 290 at 8, report left line.
Report left runway 2330. Service Juliet Alpha 4021 on line down with requesting touchdown the ball.
Runway 27, runway is clear, wind 20 Roger. Inbound traffic is making touch and go. Alright, well, now it's 27, now it's clear, wind 30 at 8, advance yourself.
After touchdown to go right, downwind departure to Eastbound.
84 Alpha Yankee, Roger, runway 27, now is clear, wind 300 R6.
Now it's clear, runway 27 perfect.
Service, go ahead. Runway 27, wind 290 at 8, QNH 290 taxi to Tango 4. Runway 27, runway is clear, wind 27 is attempted. 2 spot.